So you want to write cursive and you don't know where to begin. Well, let me start off by telling you that for somebody who's been writing cursive their entire life, pretty much, that's how I learned. We learned print letters first, and then we went directly into cursive, and I never looked back since. It was very difficult for me to actually come up with a way to link printing with cursive because it's just something that comes second nature to me. But I have for you an entire packet that will teach you all the fundamental lines that you need to learn to convert your text and your print into cursive and very quickly and easily pick it up with demonstrations, examples, and tutorials inside of here. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. How to write in calligraphy. Now, a lot of kids in today's time don't understand the difference between calligraphy and cursive, which if you'd like to learn about how to write in calligraphy, I actually have a video, should be popping up right there. Anyway, that steps you through the process of how to build a dip pen and how to properly write in calligraphy if you're interested in that. But what a lot of people don't understand is that cursive and calligraphy are totally different. If you really want to learn how to write in calligraphy, writing in cursive is a first step that is mandatory. You pretty much have to learn how to write in cursive before you can learn how to write in calligraphy. And cursive is very similar to writing with print. The only difference is you're writing more quickly. Letters are connected together and that forms words. So words can be written without ever lifting up your pencil, which you can imagine is much faster. Confidence in your line making when writing in cursive directly impacts your confidence whenever you are drawing. And line confidence is one of the biggest things that as artists you really need to conquer, because that is a difference between you drawing with scratchy lines as opposed to drawing with confident lines. And that is something that shows through in art. So what we are doing today, I'm going to go ahead and step you through the packet that I showed you at the beginning, and we're going to go through and I'm going to explain all of the different lines to you, and you can follow along step by step, and you can even print this off if you want. This packet was created with free resources online as well as some of the things that I personally myself have made. So thank you all, and let's get into the lesson. When you print the word hello, that is printed. The letters are evenly spaced apart, but they're also not connected. To have a new word, you add in a bigger space, and then you can add in the letters there. And as you can see, they're still spaced apart. Now with cursive, how you do this is you need to think about how you are going to be completing these lines without lifting your pencil up off the paper. That way, you will be able to write a word in one fell swoop instead of breaking it up. And the more you get used to it, the quicker it's going to go. But all of these little lines that we created, all of those have the same simple basic line segments, and they are known as C, S, I, because every one of these curves have either a variation of C, a variation of S, or a variation of I in it. Now, keeping that in mind, the worksheet that we have available here is created for you to understand the different types of lines that you're going to be using. And all of these that you have here are in variations of that CSI structure. Now this first page in the packet is a practice sheet for you to get the curvature of all of your lines correct so you can work on it throughout the rest of the packet. The first step in writing in cursive is to make sure that your paper is slanted. How you do that is you simply turn your paper to be slanted towards your dominant hand. So you either need the right corner of your paper facing upwards. So if you're right-handed, the right corner of your paper is up higher than the left, and if you're left-handed, the left-hand side your paper is up higher than the right. The reason for this is because you want your hand to smoothly transition across the paper without having to lift up and readjust. So having the paper at an angle is a lot easier and faster for you to write in cursive. From there, follow down the rest of the segments, follow the dotted lines, and then fill in the rest of the segments with those curved lines. And now that you have your warm-up done, we're going to move on to the next page, which the next page outlines for you cursive as far as the steps you need to take in order to create the letters. And this is capital letters and lowercase letters. Now, this page and the following pages are from the website k5learning.com. These pages are available for free for you to use, and I have them linked down below as well. Now, as far as the rest of the pages, this page just shows you the letters and how to perform them. These pages are how you're going to be practicing them. We are going to start with the uppercase letters, and then we're going to go to the lowercase letters after you get the uppercase. What you're going to do, you're going to trace these up here, and then you're going to write them down at the bottom. Now, once you finish up the letters and writing them in cursive in both upper and lower case, then we're going to have some passages. Now, this is another passage from k5learning.com. This is Peter Piper. And your goal is to carefully copy what you see here and write it down here in cursive. Final step in this packet is to translate some of the passages that I have here taken from the book The Hobbit and translate them into cursive. So you have this page and you have some blank pages on the reverse side. So any one of these passages, you are to take 3 of the passages and convert them over into cursive on these pages. If you'd like to remove this page so you can more easily translate it over, or if you'd like to do this on your own page, that's perfectly fine as well. So if you have lined paper and you'd like to practice on that, perfectly fine. But your last step in this assignment is to take 3 of these 5 passages and convert them over into cursive. Now, something that you might have noticed while watching this video and completing the packet is that there's lots of different ways to write in cursive, and in fact there's not really one traditional correct way to do it. And the reason for that is because everyone's handwriting is different. That is why for so long that signatures, your own name written in cursive, was so essential to sealing documents, because it's very difficult to fake someone's signature. It's basically your own method of creating those little curly cues that we did in the CSI method. It's all those little intricate curves is so unique to every individual person that pretty much it's like your own finger. But the best way to get better at cursive is just to practice. Now, this packet is your introduction course into cursive. If you feel confident enough with cursive that you think that you understand the fundamentals of it, then go ahead and start practicing. Write other stuff in cursive. Start taking notes in cursive. And if you truly feel like that cursive is something that you've already mastered, I would suggest calligraphy, because calligraphy is the next step above cursive, and it takes your letters and makes them more pretty, for, lack of a better word. So, in case you're wondering about calligraphy, like I said, I already posted a video about it. I'll have another link right up there. Probably will come up with a suggested link here in the video somewhere. But anyway, thank you all very much. I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, have a great rest of your day.